Fate. Fate is a series with many visual novels, games, anime, etc., etc. And although the watch/read orders can be very confusing at times, I've always wanted to start this series, and I'm pretty sure it's obvious as to why. The fights, obviously. What else would I want to start the series? Now, before we start, I'd just like to say that I'll try to have as little spoilers as possible, so I apologize if I end up mentioning one in the video. But now, let's get right into my Fate Zero review. Now, I haven't dived into the many visual and light novels the Fate series has, but I have watched the prequel anime to Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, Fate Zero, which is what I'll be reviewing today. Now, before we start talking about the fights, let's talk about the plot and story, starting with... The Holy Grail War is kinda like a battle royale, where 7 mages, who are called masters, get to each summon a servant. And some of these servants are actually based off of historical figures, like Saber being King Arthur and Ryder being Alexander the Great, etc., etc. And whoever wins the war can get a wish from the Grail. And Fate Zero takes place during the 4th Holy Grail War. Our story follows this super cool guy named Kiritsugu, who wants to create a world without conflict. He's also got some pretty cool guns. Kiritsugu is easily my favorite master and character in all of Fate Zero. He's just so cool and extremely intelligent. He's such a well-written character, especially after seeing his backstory. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but Kiritsugu is an amazing protagonist and character. Same for the antagonist, Kotomine Kirei. They're both such unique and interesting characters. Now, I wish I could go in depth about these characters, but like I said, I'm trying to avoid spoilers, and I'm terrible at trying to make character analysis videos. I've tried before and I just suck, and so I'm not going to try. Now, the first few episodes of Fate Zero were, I don't want to say they were bad, but they were pretty not memorable. Let's just say that. The first episode decided to dump a truckload of information, which made it a little boring and confusing at some points. It starts off pretty slow, but after you get past those very small boring parts, the anime is absolute fire. But if you're watching Fate Zero for its action alone, you might not like it as much. Don't get me wrong, the fights are absolutely stunning, they're amazing, but it's more than just fights, because Fate Zero focuses a lot on things like character development. And speaking of characters, I think that the majority of the characters that I can remember were really good. I also liked how we got to see every master's perspective throughout the Grail War. But now, let's get into the fights. Every single fight scene was great. Every fight was well done and so fun to watch. From the animation, to the choreography, to the reason as to why 2 characters are fighting, it was just so awesome. Ufotable did an amazing job, and it's definitely my favorite anime by Ufotable so far. And yes, I know that Demon Slayer is made by Ufotable. Fate Zero was just really fun to watch and super enjoyable. The animation, soundtrack, characters, etc., they were all just so good. Now, for my final thoughts on the series, I'd say that Fate Zero is a 9 or maybe a 9.3 out of 10. The first season had a few boring moments, but overall, including season 2, it was just great. Absolutely stunning animation. The soundtrack was so epic, just so many memorable moments and characters. My only complaints about this was that I kinda got confused at the ending, but I will probably be way less confused once I watch Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works and the other Fate anime. and that Season 1 was just a little bit boring at first, but that's pretty much it. Fate Zero was awesome and a must-watch anime, and I cannot wait to start Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. And that, gamers, concludes my review for Fate Zero, an awesome, action-packed prequel to Stay Night. If you guys want to see more reviews on other anime or manga, leave a comment down below on which ones you want me to review. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check the link to the description. My name is Alex, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, gamers.
フリクリ